to the computer. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Patreon page. I am Tracie Mahan, and I am here today with Casey.
Hello.
And we are going to talk about angel numbers because everybody gets angel numbers. So we wanted to share about that. What is the one angel number thing that comes up most for you?
I usually get triple fives everywhere, all the time.
I get fives too. We both get the same thing. I get ones a lot. It's amazing to me how we can look at the clock at a certain time, or be behind a car that has a license plate with the numbers that always pop up.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely enjoy doing the angel numbers. It's a great way for angels and spirit, even loved ones, to communicate with us about something that's troubling us. I can't tell you how many times I have gotten a number repeatedly and gone to look it up and find out, or it says something that just totally hits the spot for what I needed to hear.
Yes.
So, I do have an angel website that I will be linking to this video. So for all of you that are listening to it, if you are not already a member of the angel numbers with Joanne, she's got a beautiful website where you can look up all of these awesome numbers. So one of the things, angel numbers was like one of the very first things that ever came up for me. When I started really opening up to communicating with angels, communicating with spirit, with loved ones and the whole thing, the angel numbers were like one of their biggest ways that they would come through for me. And I remember, we're going to laugh because we talked about this fly that you just saw fly through there.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's waiting for its big moment to land on my face. So anyways, the angel numbers have been with me since as long as I can remember, of just getting angel numbers and looking them up and getting messages. And they don't have to be all the same number, like 555, like we were talking about, or 111, or any of that. It can be a mix of numbers, and it can just be something that just keeps showing up, like 789 just keeps showing up for me. So you go look it up and find out what the message is. But what's your earliest memory of starting to recognize or see the consistency with numbers showing up for you?
It was actually my brother. He was in the Marine Corps, and he kept getting 2-4, and I believe that was his part of his troop that he was in. And he had a few military friends that were killed overseas, and 2-4 just kept showing up everywhere. And then one day I went and got my new license plates for my vehicle, and what's on there? 2-4.
Oh.
And it still to this day comes through 2-4. So it's kind of a number I associate with my brother, and also just paying attention. Pay attention.
Yeah.
Pay attention to numbers. That was when I started watching numbers.
Yeah, it does. It gets your attention. It's like, why does that keep showing up? Like if you go somewhere or turn the radio on and the same song keeps showing up or something like that. Pay attention to those things because it's synchronicity at its finest. So I'm just going to kind of go briefly over my knowledge of the numbers. We got 1 through 9, and then the numbers 0. It's my understanding that ones are about thoughts. So when you see 1111 or consecutive ones, it's not just about, one of the things they tell you to do is make a wish like it's your birthday and you're blowing out the candles, right? And the reason that it's said like that is because when you're blowing out your candles, you're not sitting there thinking about all the things you don't want in life. You're thinking about what you do want, right? So it's a way to get your mind on something you want. It's the universe's way of reminding us that our thoughts are creating. So when you see those ones, it's kind of a reminder to be like, think about the things you desire, the things you want, the things you want to create. So that's how I think of the ones. 2s are about faith, having faith, keeping faith, have faith that these things are coming together that you're thinking about. You put the thought out there. Now have faith that it's coming. Threes are about the masters that have walked. That's one of them. Jesus, Buddha, all the great masters that have walked the earth, and they're just saying that they're around. They're here to help. Call on them. It's a big reminder to us that we have free will, so we need to call in these beautiful beings. The fours are the angels. Call in the angels. Call in those guides, the masters. Get them in here. Fives. Our fives. We love our fives.
Fives.
What are fives? Go ahead. Take that one. We all know. Do it.
Change.
And when you see triple fives, it's kind of like buckle up your seatbelt. There's a big change coming.
Every day I see triple fives, and it's crazy. I don't like to say crazy. It's just, I would say good morning, angels, because it's usually 5:55 in the morning or 5:55 at night, or in numbers that I'm working with at work. And so I'm like, yes, angels, I know. Good morning. Hello this afternoon. I know you're here.
Change is coming.
I know.
So, yeah. But that's one thing that is consistent, is there will be change. We're going to have change. So it's just a reminder. I'm Capricorn, so I like to be kind of I like my patterns, my systems, my routines, or whatever. And so when I see the fives, I'm like, what? But I like the way it's going, or whatever. But I had to finally, literally had to finally talk myself into going, okay, so I get fives all the time. And I think I'm in a 5-year numerology, which is also about a lifetime of change. So
I'm in a 1 year.
Oh, new beginnings all the time.
Yes.
So going into, okay, I'm a Capricorn. I like my routines. How about if change is one of those routines? And so I restructured how I was looking at it into being normal and a routine that I consistently am doing. And it really helped me accept the change when it comes. And it's funny. We're funny little people with our brains and the way we process things. But there it is. 6. Yeah. Did you have more on the fives?
I was just going to say, I try not to look at fives as a change in a negative way or a scary thing. I always think, ooh, adventure. What's new? What's coming?
Adventure. Yeah, perfect. That's
what opportunities
way to invite 5.
Yeah.
So I love it. 6s are about material things. So, that fly came by, there goes. 6s are about material things. So, people are always like, oh, 666, it's the devil. Well, if you look at it in the angel numbers, and again, I'm going to put the link with this video, but if you look at 666, it's about how our energy is going too much towards material things. Our thoughts are too much on material things, and it's time to shift the way you're thinking. But then there's other readings that will go with the number 6 that say, hey, your material needs are being met. Please quit worrying about it. It's happening for you. Let this go. And it helps you to shift out of the fear and the worry. And so in the angel numbers, the 6 can actually be a really good thing if you're worried about having ends meet or getting your material needs met, or if you're trying to make a change and a move and knowing that everything's going to come together. Anything on 6s?
I only get that rarely. I don't get it very often. When I do get it, it's usually around other people, and they're like, that's scary. I'm like, no. They associate it with something like, devil or something that's not real. Yeah,
exactly. And, and that's, we get what we believe, right? If they're thinking 666 is inviting the devil, then by all means, that's the energy they're putting out.
Yep.
That's the kind of energy they're going to get back.
I'll take it in stride.
Yeah. 7 is a path number. It's about your just being on your path. So if it shows up in your numbers, like earlier I was saying 7, 8, 9 or something to that.
That's what I get a lot of.
Yeah, sevens are a path number. It just lets you know where you're at on your path. If you need to change something, if you are on the right track. So I'm going to take 7, 8, 9. If you got 7, 8, 9, eights are finances, money, material. Your ability to, what's the currency, whatever, supply. And nines are about completion. So if you get 7, 8, 9, it's saying your path is fully supported, but is coming to an end. This particular part of your path is coming to an end. And then you might start seeing the fives as they're saying new beginnings and change and stuff is coming. So those are kind of fun. I used to have people just throw me a number, and then I would read their number, and it would almost always fit for what they needed to hear for that day. So it was a lot of fun. So it's like, give me a number, and they would give me a number, and I would write something out for them, and then I'd give it back, and they're like, wow, that really is what I needed to see today, or it really fits for what's going on. So numbers can be a lot of fun, you guys. Get on the numbers if you're not already there. If you don't already, watch your numbers. So what wonderful advice can you give everybody before we sign off on this amazing face-to-face video?
Oh, look for your numbers. They're out there. Validation and synchronicity, that's what I find in numbers all the time. Any questions that I have during the day, they're usually answered by just making sure that I'm aware, like watch, it's out there.
Yeah. And there's going to be a special little clip here with the end of our video. Casey's going to show us what she does when she's picking out a salt lamp.
Oh.
Beautiful salt lamp that you see sitting behind her is a new addition to the home. And she was telling me how she went about picking this particular salt lamp out. So go ahead, tell us the story.
Well, I don't like to be bamboozled like anybody. So when you find a really good deal, you're just like, oh, is it too good to be true? So anytime I'm looking for a salt lamp, I will, and it's a good deal, I'll just kind of do this, and then I'll make sure it's salty, like a real salt lamp.
No, it's not the way you showed me, but that's okay.
And if no one's looking in public, I'll just come on over and stick my tongue to it like the flagpole on the Christmas Story.
And that one's a real one, I take it, because you did make the purchase.
It's a salty real lamp.
Yeah. Okay. I couldn't not tell that story. It was too good to not share with our people.
It's all right. And those are real Himalayan salt candle holders.
Very nice. You've licked those as well. I didn't realize that those were salt as well. So, and is there any other neat techniques that you can share with us about buying home furnishings and decor?
Don't lick the tables at your home furnishing store. You'll get kicked out. They don't approve.
Oh, that's real furnished.
And don't use the Home Depot toilets. They're not real.
Oh. Oh, good gosh.
That's all I have for today.
All right, you guys, we're signing off with those wonderful tips. See you at Home Depot. Bye-bye.